while seeing while seeing many of the people, while seeing many of the rituals which were done in that Shantipur, he was feeling very averse because the song what he heard, it was very mesmerizing to his ears, and also he was knowing the little bit of meaning that means, yeah, everybody is fallen to this earth, but nobody is there to uplift. So, and he was doing at that time when Advaita was born, on there were a lot of philosophies. They were totally of Mayavad, Tantras, Tantras, Mimamsa, all this were going on. This Tantra is the demigod worship of Durga Devi. And also Mimamsa is the actually the scripture Bhagavatam is there, no? For that the way the different scholars were used to have the fight in the knowledge and to prove that one is more than other. So this Mimamsa and all that were going on, and all the fallen souls were there, and there was devoid of Vishnu worship. We know that as per Bhagavad Gita, we know that whatever the sacrifice or whatever we do, it has to be a sacrifice to Lord Vishnu. So at that time, there was a devoid of sacrifice. So at that time as he was brought to Kuvera, Kuvera is none other than the Kuvera era in the Kailasha. That is, he is the personal devotee of Lord Shiva. So at that time, he was very much pleased. Lord Shiva was very much pleased by the service of Kubera. He has given the boon to Kubera that whenever you will be going to this material world, I will be coming as a son. So at that time, this Advaita was there, no? Advaita, he is the incarnation of Sadasiva because of the boon he received from Kubera. And Advaita parents were Kubera Pandit. So the same Kubera, he came to this material world as Kubera Pandit. So he is the incarnation of Sadashiva. And he is also the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu means he is the creator of all the universe. From his pores only, all the universe are created. So progeny, everything is created by Mahavishnu. So by seeing this, all the fallen souls, and all the cries and all which were happening, but there was devoid of Vishnu worship. So he had Advaita was worshipping the Narayana Shila, Saligram Sila, and he was doing the prayer years with sincere heart, and also he was praying very deeply. He was crying, and he was crying not only for himself, but he was crying, he's not having any type of cries for himself, because he will leave and he will go to the spiritual world, but he was having lot of compassionate for all of us, because we are all the fallen souls. So all of us, and he has cried for months and months, so that at last Lord Krishna was pleased by his cryings and devotional service and his determination. Lord Krishna appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we got this Sankirtana Yajna, and we are taking this forward with the grace of our Srila Prabhupada. So this is the way our parampara got, and our parampara started because of this. And one more instant was that when Advaita was crying for Lord Vishnu's appearance. He was crying to Krishna for his appearance. So everybody in that Shantipur knows that Advaita will be doing his prayers. He'll be crying. He'll be crying. So everybody knows. So at the time when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, he was born also. At that time, in time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has sent a messenger to Advaita that whoever you are crying for the God, he is already born. At that time this Advaita Eta, along with his wife Sita Thakurani, they both were very shocked to hear that. And at that time, no, this devotee is such a pure devotee, told that this Advaita told to the messenger, And everybody in this Navadip Mandal and in Shantipur, everybody knows that I was crying and praying for the Lord for the incarnation. So there may be many bogus incarnations to come here. So how will I know that he is the real incarnation? So, if normally a person will come to our house and he will knock the door and he'll say that I'm God, will you agree? We won't agree, no. At that time, what we'll ask? Show the Vishwarupa or show the marks on your feet or marks on your hand and where in which scripture your incarnation is written. Everything we have to know it perfectly. Then only we can say that he is the God. So in this way, Advaita was also having lot of questions at that time. So at that time, Lord Advaita said that, no, no, okay, he is the God. So now I'm going to hide myself. I'm going to hide myself in a place. At that time, if he is the real God, he can know me and he will come to me. So at that time, the both left the home and they were going towards the forest. So at that time, Sita Thakurani, the wife of Advaita, she was carrying a arati plate. Then the Advaita asked, "Why you are carrying the arati plate?" Means at that time, Sita Thakurani replied that he might be the real goddess, then we have to serve the god. As a devotee, our nature is to serve the God. So it is very important we have to serve. So she was was carrying the aarti plate, and they were hidden in the Shantipur in a large near the temple place or somewhere. So at that time, because Lord Chaitanya is the incarnation of Lord Krishna, so he immediately went there to where this Advaita and his wife were hiding. And he asked them to come out of that place. See, I am the God. I'm here. I am here. I know that you are hiding. You are hiding here. Come out. So at that time, when the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said like this, he came out. He came out. But at that time also, there was Mahaprakasha Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In that Mahaprakasha Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has shown the Vishwarupa which he has shown to Arjuna in the battlefield. Vishwarupa will come in the 11th chapter. And at that time, after seeing that Advaita said that he is the real God and he is Krishna himself. At that time, he offered his obeisances and he had done the lot of prayers. And this Mahaprakasha Leela took nearly 22 hours. And all the doubts of Advaita were eradicated from his mind. So, no, this is why I'm saying this Mahaprakasha Leela and this Advaita, he is the main person so that our parampara was established. Our parampara was established by Brahma to Narada, everything. But Advaita Acharya plays the important role in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. So this was a little glorification of Advaita. There were many sequences where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita were there. Once Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani were offering a lot of bhoga to the deities which were in his house. At that time, they invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about to go to their house to have the prasadam. At that time, no, this Advaita was having a daughter, and he was the daughter was married to his son-in-law. His son-in-law name is Amoga. And this Amoga is the person, he is very good at Vedanta, but he is only up till Vedanta. He doesn't know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself. So at the time when the Advaita and Sita Thakurani has prepared the food, everything, and Advaita was serving. Just a moment. Excuse me, somebody is ringing the bell. I'll just be within 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, sorry for interrupting. Some courier came. So at that time, no, what happened? No, this Amoga was there. No, Amoga is the son-in-law of Advaita Acharya. So at that time, when this Advaita Acharya was offering the food after he has offered to the deities as a prasadam to Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, everything, no, Lord Chaitanya has taken up the sannyasi. So at that time, because when the pure devotee is offering food, it might be very large or it might be very little, the God will be very pleased by him, no? So at that time, Advaita has offered little food more extra to Lord Chaitanya. At that time, suddenly there was an entry of Amoga. And Amoga said, "You are a sannyasi and you are eating this much." So he offended Lord Chaitanya. At that time, no, this Advaita Acharya, no, he turned to into Amoga and he was seeing that he wanted to crash him into ashes. And immediately he had offered everything. So immediately he took nearby one stay and while seeing the angry face of Advaita, Amoga immediately ran off from there. So at that time Advaita took one of the stick and he was running behind Amoga to hit him. But Amoga was very fast and Advaita was old enough, so he did not catch. So Amoga left after and also Advaita was scolding Amoga with bitter words. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was enjoying. See, if somebody is saying bad words to something, it is that they are taking the sins of the other person. Listen, but here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was enjoying because Amoga was to have that because he's capable of that. Because due to his past date, he's capable. So at that time, Amoga fled. So after he didn't find Amoga, so Advaita returned. At that time, he served again the prasad and everything. I think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was happy, and at that time, the both Advaita Acharya and Sita Maharani, Advaita Acharya, he fell at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, and he told that kindly be merciful so that he had offended, but it was because it was my fault. Kindly be merciful. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in such a ecstasy that he didn't even said anything. He just after this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left from there, Advaita Nita Acharya also he went to his resistance where Sita Takrani. At that time, when he was saying to Sita Takrani, he said that as I am a Brahmana and his son-in-law is also Brahmana, I can't take off my life now so that my Vaishnava Aparadh will be cut off. So now what I have to do? I need to cut off all the relations from Amoga. I will never take the word of Amoga. I'll not speak to him. And also ask my daughter not to have any relationship with Amoga because he has done the Vaishnava aparadh. So at that time Sita Takrani, she was beating her chest and head. What this Amoga has done, this such a Vaishnava aparadh. See, why I am saying this Vaishnava aparadh, no? If you have, suppose if you are having a bowl which is filled with mud and some type of rocks, and so if you are going on pouring water also, the mud and some pebbles, they will be going off with the flow of water. But the stones which are there in that, no, they have to be removed and cleaned. So this Vaishnava aparadh is just like the stones in that bowl. So it has to be clean. How the Vaishnava aparadh can be clean? Because after begging if we have offended any of the Vaishnavas, if he is a Vaishnava, we have to go and ask him for forgiveness because have wrongly said. So kindly forgive me. If you don't want to say anything, also you can ask for forgiveness to the Vaishnava. Or if the Vaishnava is very stubborn, you can take the dust of the feet of Vaishnava, so that your offenses may be purified. Because the water of chanting, if you are eating that in the bowl also, the chanting can remove only the mud or the little stones, but it can't remove the heavy rocks in the bowl. No, that we have to remove from our hand, and we have to. So that removing from our hand is yeah, asking forgiveness from that Vaishnavas only. So we must be very careful that we must not do any offenses about the Vaishnavas. See, after this, no, the Sita Takrani was beating, and she was saying that, and my daughter is not having his son-in-law, there won't be any relationship. Because if a man has done the Vaishnava aparad, it will be carried towards the woman also, no? So at that time, the relation should be broken. So at that time also, and for the next day, because that day was over, at the night these discussions were going on. In the early morning, this Amoga got stuck to the cholera, and he was immediately, the curse immediately took. See, that is the Vaishnava Aparad. But here, why I have said this sequence now, because we have to be very careful not to do the Vaishnava Aparad. If suppose it was done also, how Advaita Acharya was an exemplary example, how Sita Thakurani is an exemplary example, so that they both were asking forgiveness from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They have not committed, but behalf of them also, they were asking. So, he is an exemplary role to be a devotee. Yet yet acharita stesta means wherever the in a community, the mostly named and famed person, how he is going to lead his life, it will become an very example. In this way, in our parampara also, Advaita Acharya is one of the most famous Vaishnava, and he is an exemplary role to be as a how a pure devotee must be, and that we have to take also the essence. And in our devotional service, our main impediment is Vaishnava aparad, because without knowing their purity, if we speak something, it becomes an offense. So we must be very careful not to offense any of the Vaishnavas. It is not for that I'm going to scare all of you, but it is for our well-being. We have to know this also while we are doing chanting, doing everything. And how we can be purified? We can purify all our black holes, all our contamination, by regularly chanting, by regularly doing the deity service, by making our home Vrindavan. So this is the main information which I wanted to glorify about Advaita, so that we can learn different lessons from each and every Acharya's life. Thus, I end the glorification. Any one of you are having any doubts in Advaita Acharya's history? My knowledge, I have said the sequence.
Krishna Mataji, regarding this offenseless chanting, Mataji,
Yeah.
can you suggest anything, Mataji? Because now almost now I am doing chanting from 4 years, 5 years almost. But even though I am not getting the taste on that, well, I know that because of my previous karma, this is happening. But I am trying my best. But even though I am not concentrating, Mataji,
Prabhu, it
is
depends
there?
upon the circumstances, and it doesn't come within in a snap of your finger. It will take time, because we are the fallen souls, we are having our swabhava. And also, how you can concentrate on your chanting is, first you think that when you are doing your first round, first to four rounds, so you'll be having lot of concentration at that time. So at that time, you imagine that you are speaking, you are doing this chanting in the ear of your guru, your spiritual master. At that time, you will be having a lot of conscious. Because if somebody is going to hear you, they are going to catch your faults. Yes?
Yes,
Fault
Mataji.
finding will be the one who is going to listen. So at that time, at the moment you are going to start your chanting, remember your spiritual master and see that you are chanting in the ear of your spiritual master. If first start with one round, then consciously you can chant nearly up to 4 rounds. Till 4 rounds, your consciousness will be perfect because I can do up till only 4 rounds. So I'm saying that only to you because I am also a insignificant soul like you. But little bit I did some mercy or some security so that I'm speaking Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Nothing more than you, Prabhu. I'm very, very insignificant soul. This has helped me in my career, in my chanting. So you can also try this, Prabhu. And also
Okay.
regarding the offenses, if some we must in offenses we are having being normally we are having Chaturvarnam, no, Prabhu. The
Yes, ma'am.
Varnashrama Dharma is there, no? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Aryas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. If somebody is going to have if there is a conversation, one person is offending a Vaishnava. At that time, as per the Varnashrama, if you are Brahmana, you are eligible to argument with him and you are going to defeat the other person. Okay, that is the one that Brahmana will be doing. And the Kshatriya, when he will be listening to the offense, no, he will just remove his sword and he will cut his tongue because he's such a powerful. And Vaishyas and Sudras, no, if they are not going to stay near the offender, they will just move off. They'll leave the place and they will leave. And at sometimes what will happen? No, they will just because we have listened the offenses of a Vaishnava. At that time, they used to give their life because we have listened to that Vaishnava Apran, we don't want to live. But nowadays, as a Uttama, we are not in the stages of Uttama Adhikari, we are not in the stage of Madhyama, we are in a stage of Neophyte because we have started our journey in only 3 to 4 years. Yeah. So, what we can do is if somebody is offending, you just leave the place immediately and just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly so that you are not going to hear anything. And don't discuss with any of it, any of the members, so
Okay,
that
Mataji.
our offenses, if we have unintentionally we have heard also, just ask for the forgiveness near Krishna or the deity in your home. Whenever you do the Mangal Harti in the morning, you just ask forgiveness from Krishna and forgiveness from the Acharyas and the spiritual master. That way also your above Vaishnava Aparadh will be little bit less, Prabhu. Or if you have done the Vaishnava Aparadh, you know the person, so you can go to them and you can ask for forgiveness. If they are relented, you can take the dust off their lotus feet also, it will serve the purpose. As this was explained by Jayapataka Swami Gumi Guru Maharaj.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any doubts, Mani Prabhu?
No, Mataji. Yes.
Okay, now coming back to our Bhagavad Gita section. So we have completed up till 7.25 and we are having 5 slokas. So that will complete the chapter today. Okay, any one of you can read the translation?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Go on, Prabhuji.
1.26.
We have completed
Oh,
up till 7.25.
yeah, 7.26 I am reading.
Yes, go on, Prabhu.
7.26. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. 7.27. O Shen of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from desire and hate. 7.28. Person who have acted fiercely in previous lives in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion and they engage themselves in my service with determination. 7.29. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. 7.30. Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all the methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death.
Haribol Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Now, up till now, we have seen what we have seen, that who is who, only the intelligent persons will come to Krishna consciousness, and the unintelligent person who want to sacrifice, you want immediate and instant results, they will go to demigod worship. But who gives the faith for the demigod worship? From Lord within. Then Lord not only gives the faith for them to do different types of sacrifices towards demigods to get the results also. That is the indirect way. And we have also learned that Lord Krishna will give everything when he doesn't need it. If he is very proud of all the belongings what he has, he is going to take everything. Yeah, it depends upon the circumstances and also the devotees and the mentality of the devotees. So now coming to, and he says that all after knowing all this, Krishna says that everybody, so the less intelligent people are there, so they won't be interested in Krishna consciousness, so they can't seek Lord Krishna. Why they can't see Lord Krishna? Because of their ignorance. So now again there is a practically, if everybody in this material world, because Lord says that I'm fully conscious, he knows the present, he knows present, past, and future, and also he knows all, and no one is there he don't know. So at that time again, again Arjuna was bewildered by this question last time also. In the fourth chapter, when Krishna told that I have given this knowledge to Shvan, then Arjuna asked, Vivashwan is many, many millions of years more than you. You are of my same age. So how you have said? So at that time, Krishna says that he is the supreme person. And he says that I have given this knowledge to Vivashwan. From Vivashwan, it came to Ishvaku dynasty. And from that this parampara has been broken. Now I am giving the same knowledge to you. So in this way, Krishna says that he knows. There only he knows that. He knows the present, past and future. But why we don't know? Because we are also the part and parcel of Supreme Lord. But we don't know, because when we change our body, our mentality, our circumstances are also changed. So we won't be interested in knowing the previous birth. But there are some instances, some people they will give interviews that they know, I was in my past, but I was like this. In future, I will be like this. But as a person, as a general living entity, we may not be remembering what we have eaten 1 week before. Any of you remember what you have eaten on the last Friday lunch? We won't be remembering. Yeah, any of you remember what was your
Yes,
last
Mataji.
Friday's?
Veg biryani mataji.
Okay.
In
Okay.
our
It is okay. It
accommodation,
was
every
last
day.
week. Okay. Then I will ask you about the last year. Last year, this
Same,
time, where were you?
same.
Last year, this time it was there in India mataji.
Last time you were in India. Before 10 years?
Yeah,
Before
we
10
cannot
years,
remember.
in
Last
Doha.
10 years, where were you?
Then Doha, but after 10 in
No,
India.
don't think, Prabhu. You are thinking and answering. Your answer must be immediate. You're thinking where I am. You're thinking of it, or you're not thinking?
Little the glimpse
Yeah,
required
you're
mataji.
thinking. I want immediate answer.
Instant answer very difficult mataji. Need to
Yeah,
recall and
because our memory is too short. We don't
yes
have such
mataji.
a memory. Our memory is only limited. We won't keep everything. Today, what I have cooked only, I may be forgetting eating in the evening. Okay, today I have cooked this one. So next day, what I have to cook, that will be ringing in my mind. But today, what I have done, it won't, it will be disappear because today is over now.
Yes,
So
Mataji.
next comes, the future will come. So in that way, we as a living entity, we are having shortfalls. And we don't remember any of the main things. We may be remembering the marriage day or the birthdays of some of your children or like that, but you won't be remembering daily activities, no? Daily you'll be eating, so you can't remember the daily eating activity. At the before 10 years, what I have eaten means you can't say at an instance. So you have to remember, it will take time. So, but here Krishna knows everything. He knows. Why? Because we are trapped. We are trapped in this material world without selfish desire, and we are not surrendered to Krishna fully. So our life is just like a bubble of water. It is just like if the bubble of water, it will explode off within few seconds. The same way our life is also. When you take to the scale of maximum of your of growths of life, our life of 100 years is very meager. But the day of 24 hours, it's very large as of now. So here Krishna is saying that at Arjuna, you and I have taken many births, but you don't know about your previous birth. But I know about the previous birth. I know about the future birth. What you're going to do, because we are changing the bodies. After this birth, we'll take other birth, so I'll get a different body. So at that time, I can't remember the past and past of that. And in that way, when I need to go for the future also, I can't estimate the future more than 5 to 6 years, because the circumstances, if the circumstances will be changed, the future will be changing. So as a living entity, we may not be knowing anything. Why we can't know? Because our external energy is going to act. What is the external energy? The modes of nature or the prakriti will be acting on us. So we won't be having anything. Here we can give an analogy. In a sky, you can see the sun and stars, its clouds, everything. But when the clouds are covering the sun, you can't see the sun rays. Yeah. In the same way, what will happen? Supreme Lord can see each and everything. But we are in a position that our eyes are covered with illusion. But Supreme Lord is not covered with illusion. Okay. The clouds cannot cover the moons and stars, but they can only cover the sun rays. If sun rays is not there, you can't even see the stars and other things. No. If sun rays is not there, you can see the moon and stars. The same way, the Lord is covered by his internal potency, and we can't see him. We can't see him due to our ignorance. And this, why we can't see? Because our living entity is getting covered by the illusory energy called Maya. Then how we can be freed from this covering? So next comes the question, if we are covered by Maya, how I have to come out of this Maya? So how we have to come out? Why we are in that type of illusion? Because of our desire and hatred. Why these dualities are coming? Because if I see some people, I like them. Without any reason, I like them. If I see some people, I may hate them without any reason, that too. Why? This is the duality now in my mind. If it is a summer season, if you want to drink cool water, yeah, but if it is a winter reason, that cool water will be your enemy. You need hot things. You need hot soup to drink, like that. So the dualities of them, honor, dishonor, which are good and bad, pious activities, impious activities, these are all the dualities which we have to overcome to cover out of this Maya, come out of the covers of Maya. And when these are two dualities, but also one more thing we have to need, that we have to recognize Krishna as the supremacy of the supreme personality of Godhead, and we have to become a devotee. At that time only, we will be having that enough qualities to come out of this Maya, or the illusory energy. There's two coverings. And why we have to how Krishna as the supreme controller, or the supreme personality of Godhead. When you know that you are not this body, you're the spirit. You have the knowledge of pure knowledge, and by knowing this pure knowledge, you know that there is a supreme soul with you inside the body, and also, you know that the relationship with the Supreme is also eternal, and the Spirit is eternal, Supreme Lord is eternal. So, when you know all this, you will be coming out of that illusory energy. That illusory energy, what does that illusory energy consist? It consists of all the dualities. What are the dualities? You'll be having desire, hatred, good, bad, pious, impious, honor, dishonor, honor. You'll be having lot of passion in you. You'll be having lot of ignorance. These everything are the dualities. These dualities we have to come out. So, and why we'll be having this type of dualities? Because we came to this material world to enjoy the propensities of the Lord. We have to know that we are not the enjoyer, we are the servator of the Lord. Dasa means we are the servant of the servant of the servant of the servants of the devotees of the Lord. We are not the supreme enjoyers. Supreme enjoyer is Lord Krishna himself. And so when we come out of this duality, we'll be having pleasure, pain, man, woman, honor, dishonor, good, bad. All these dualities are there. No, now in material world we are differentiated as man and woman. But it comes to a spiritual world, only Lord Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Everybody are females only. Okay. So this point we have to know. And also we know that how we will be having an eligibility to transcend this position. Without, if we come out of this duality and while knowing the pure knowledge, Jnana, and Vijnane, you are going to come out of this. How? You need to have a determination, Dhira, sober man with all the qualities. What are the qualities? His sinful activities must be completely eradicated. He must be free from all the dualities and delusion, and he must act piously. How he is going to do? Because as a person of dualities, he is very sinful, no? Because if I think something bad about the person, it becomes a sin. So how I can be sin? Or I may think that God doesn't exist. It is an atheist. I may be foolish. I should thinking that everything is belonging to me. There is no other person who is going. I am only going to take everything, whichever is mine. That is forever. It will be mine. Or I maybe be deceiving other people and taking their money. So these are different types of dualities of desire and hate. So, in the spiritual platform, Srila Prabhupada has given us the four regulative principles, which we can do it, and by following this process, we can elevate Krishna consciousness or come to a pure devotee. What are the four regulations what Srila Prabhupada has given? Anybody can explain?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah, this one, meat eating
No
and
meat eating.
no meat eating, no gambling,
Okay.
and no illicit sex, and no smoking, Mataji.
No intoxication. So
No intoxication.
these four are the four pillars which we have to follow sincerely, and so that our sinful activities, because these four are the main reasons where Kali wanted to stay, where the Kali Purusha is going to stay in this Kali Yuga. So if we are far of these four elements, your activities will be in pious activities, and you will be elevated to Krishna consciousness. That is pure sattva, Vishuddha sattva, Shuddha sattva. So Shuddha sattva means every time you'll be in the mode of goodness. and you'll be doing everything sincerely, wholeheartedly. Whatever you do it as a sacrifice to the Lord Krishna. So, and one more thing is that you have to do Mahat Seva. Mahat Seva is association of devotees. Wherever the Sankirtana or Kirtana is going to happen, you have to go and join. When one, if a crow is going to shout at the pointed or the spoon, crow is very attracted to the shining objects. So if one crow is going to get that, all the other the hundreds of crows, they will also come for that. The same way, if one is going to sing the songs or one is going to do the kirtan, if all are going to do it, Lord will be very pleased. Lord will say that, uh, I'm sorry, I forgot the sloka. I'll say the translation. Lord says that I won't be staying in Vaikunta, Naham Vaikunta, Naham Dwarka. He won't stay in Vaikunta, he won't be staying in Dwaraka, he won't be staying in Madhura, Vrindavan, he won't be staying anywhere. But he will be staying where all his devotees are glorifying him. So, every time when there is a Sankirtana or when there is congregational chanting, the God will be present there. The isn't there? It was said in Bhagavatam, the sloka. And one more thing, the main example what I can give you means wherever the Sri Rama Nama Kirtana is going to happen, there Hanuman will be present. See, it is identical proof that if you are going to do the japa of Sri Rama Nama, Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, if somebody is going to chanting and all the 10 to 12 devotees are going to sit and chant, there Hanuman will be there. It is proved also. So the same way here also in the association of devotees, if you are going to do this chanting, if you are going to do this chanting, eating once in your home, it may have little effect, but when you are doing in a congregational, it gives 10 times more the effect when you are doing it singly. So this association of devotees, because we will be developing the qualities of a devotee by seeing one devotee is doing this, so why I can't do? I can also try for it. I'll also do it. So there will be the quality racing. It's not the quantity racing, it will be the qualities. The quality it is. If one is following one person for 6 months, some of his qualities will be transferred to other person. So by viewing that person, by seeing, by listening to him, listening the words, some of the qualities will be transferred immediately to the person so that unknowingly only he'll be coming to that mode of goodness. So this Mahat Seva, I can give you the example of Narada. See, Narada was the maid servant child in his previous birth. And at that time, no, he was also doing, at that time, what happened? No, there was Chaturmasa. Chaturmasa means 4 months the sages used to sit at the same place. Because due to the rainy season, they were not allowed to go and roam and preach. So at that time, for that 4 months, they used to stay in one place, they used to do all type of sacrifices, and they used to eat the remnants. So this Narada, as a small boy, he was a 5 years old boy. At that time, he got an association with this Mahabhagavatas, and at that time, what they were doing, he was only staying with them. The sages, the Mahabhagavatas used to stay only for 4 months, and afterwards they left the village and they went. But for this 4 months, the association was there. So, and they have given that this in this life only you can see the God. So after the birth, after 4 months, months after his mother has left the body, this Narada, he went to the forest and he was sitting under the tree and he was meditating on the form of Vishnu. He got a chance to see the form of Vishnu in his heart. But the next moment, when he opened his eyes, the Lord Vishnu form was dismissed. So he was again and again trying to do that, but he was. At that time, a deep voice from the sky appeared that he said that This is only for your enthusiasm, which I have showed the form. Next life, you can directly see me. So, if, this life, he went to different pilgrimages. He served many of the devotees of the Lord. And in the next life, he became the symbol of Bhakti Devi, that is Narada. And he was in that stage. He was very dear to the Lord. He can. So, this way, we must be also elevated, because it is not that only a rich person with all the lots and lots of paraphernalia he's going to serve the Lord. A poor person also can serve the Lord with patram pushpam phalam toyam. So whichever is available. For water, it is it is not having any cost. So if you can offer water daily, it's enough. If you are having fruits, you can offer fruits. Anything, a small flower, everything you can just offer to that, offer a lamb. So in this way also, we can come out of our darkest regions of our existence. And association of devotees is having a lot of role to play, because by that you'll be having the transfer of qualities. How to you can learn more and more about the Lord by hearing Rukmini gave got the association of Lord Krishna himself. So by hearing about the God, we will be purified. And now coming to Bhagavad Gita section after that, after when a living entity got the liberation, but he doesn't know about the devotional service. At that time, what the devotional the conditioned soul has to do? In that time, if a person is liberated, means he knows that Lord is everywhere, and he can see the Lord in all the living entities. He can see the Lord. The yogi can see the Lord in the dog eater. He can see the Lord in the cow, in all on the elephant, or the person who is taking the elephant. Everywhere he can see the Paramatma feature. So he can know only. I'm sorry. Yogi can know only up till the Brahman feature, not the Paramatma feature. So, if he is a yogi, if he wants to go back to the Brahman feature, there is no activity for the soul. So, again, he will fall back. So, in the same way, if one forgets everything, see, the nature is there, the nature is the cause. Because if a person is going to desire, person is jiva or the soul. If the soul is going to desire, the sanction is from the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is Supreme Soul, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And how he sanctions? He sanctions to the modes, three modes. That is the Prakruti. In short, the three modes of nature are called Prakruti. So, the soul is going to desire, sanction will be from the Supreme Lord in the three modes of nature according to the circumstances of the soul. So, in this way, we can be restated to our constitutional position. And also, here we have seen who are the four Dushkrutas who doesn't believe in Krishna. Who are they? Can anyone of you say? Dushkrutas.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Modas, Naradama,
Yeah.
Maya,
Hmm.
Apaharita Jnana, Asuram Bhava Asruta.
Asram Bhava. Okay, Prabhuji, now say about the Sukrutas.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Scientist also, Mataji, scientist.
No.
Scientist also, they are Muda, no?
Yeah, they are also Mudas.
Undercoming Mudas.
Yeah. Philosophical
because
Mudas.
educated and
Okay, now
understand.
say about Sukrutas.
Yeah,
Anybody?
Sukrutas, Artha.
Murli Prabhu, enough Prabhu. Give chance to somebody.
Okay, Mataji.
Artha,
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Artha are three Shruti, Jignasi, and Nani.
Just repeat once, Mataji. I didn't get you.
Artha are three
Ardardi.
Artharthi, Shruti, Jignasi, and Nani.
Artha, Ardarni, Jignasu, Kyari. Correct, Mataji. So now we know that who are this. Artha means the person who is distressed. Jignasu is a person who is of inquisitive nature. Ardharthi, the person who runs about the well. Jnani is the person who runs after the knowledge. And in this four, Jnani is the best. Now, Krishna is going to explain one more Sakama Karma. Because Jignasa is the best, Aditi, they are coming to Krishna but with their material desire. So now the one more person who is coming to Krishna to pray. He's also a Sakama Bhakta. But he wants what? He doesn't want anything. He wants to get out of this cycle of birth and death. That is called Mokshakami. Who is the other Sakama Bhakta now? In Sukrutas, one more person is under. That is Mokshakami. Mokshakami means he wants to get out of the cycle of birth and death. Okay. And in this Mokshakami, he is having one more conception. He knows he can realize the God up till the Brahman feature. What is this Brahman feature? The affluence of the Lord. So he can know that he knows that he has the spiritual body and he is the associate of the Supreme Lord, and he can only know up till the Brahman feature. What is this Brahman feature? That he knows only the affluence of the Lord. He doesn't know what is the Paramatma feature or the Bhagwan feature. He knows only up till the first end. That is partial present. But he's very, but compared to others, compared to all the other four Sakamakarmis, means he is great. Why? Because he knows a little bit now. The others, they don't know anything, but they are going to devotional service of the Lord. But this fellow is having little bit knowledge and he is also going to Krishna to get out of the cycle of birth and death. But he doesn't know that after coming of this also, they'll be having lots. So, and we know up till this Sakama Parma, pure Bhakta also we know, no Kevala Bhakta. So, in Kevala Bhakta also, we are having two divisions. Kevala Bhakta is the pure devotee of the Lord. So, in Kevala Bhakta also, we are having two divisions. That is Pradhana Bhuti. Pradhana Bhuti Bhakta and Guna Bhuti Bhakta. Pradhana Bhuti Bhakta means Pradhana means he's going to give very much importance to Bhakti. That is Pradhana Bhuta Bhakti. Okay? He's giving importance to the Lord only in pure devotee. And one more comes is Guna Bhuti Bhakta. What does Guna Bhuti Bhakta means? These are also the devotees only. But what will happen? No, according to this Svabhava, according to the gunas, they will give bhakti the second preference. Pradhana Bhuta Bhakta means bhakti is given first preference. Guna Bhuta Bhakta means they will give the gunas first preference and the bhakti the second preference. Guna Bhuti Bhakta. In Kevala Bhakta. Yeah, we are having these two divisions. Now any of you can say,
Guna Mataji.
say
Hare Krishna Mataji.
huh?
Guna refers to?
Guna means the mixed tendencies. Mix Prabhu.
Oh, Mataji.
Guna
Nature of
Bhuta
the.
Bhakti.
Ante
Yoga
nature.
Mishra Bhakti. Yoga, if he is doing, if the person is there, the person is a yogi. So his Kevala Bhakti will be Yoga Mishra Bhakti. Both. Bhakti will be the second stage, Yoga will be the first stage. In Pradhana Bhuta Bhakti, Bhakti will be the first stage and Guna will be the second.
Second priority. First priority. Guna.
First Pradhana. Guna means according to their nature of the conditioned soul. If it is a yogi, he'll take yoga as first preference, then bhakti will come.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
So now Mani Prabhu, can you say me all the different types of bhaktas? Sakama bhaktas, Sukritis. Hare Krishna, are you available?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Just repeat the Sakama bhaktas and whatever I told you.
Sukrutas, na?
Yeah, Sukrutas.
Arthardi, Jignashu, Jnani, and one more
Artha.
Artha. Yeah.
And now I told you about the divisions of pure bhakti. Kevala bhakti,
Yeah.
pure bhakti, Ananya bhakta.
Pradhana Bodhi Bhakti and Guna Bodhi
Pradhana
Bhakti
bhuta bhakti,
and Guna Bodhi Bhakti.
Guna bhuta bhakti. In Pradhana,
Okay,
what is the main?
Pradhana means first preference Bhakti, and next one is this
Guna bhuta bhakti
Guna.
means?
First
Bhakti is,
Guna and another one Bhakti.
bhakti takes the second place.
Yeah.
These are for yogis, impersonalist. These are for the Guna Bhuta Bhakti. They are also coming to this Kevala Bhakti, but the features, they are again the two divisions of pure Bhaktis also. So totally how many we have learned? I told one more also. You have not covered that, Maniprabhu.
Mokshakami Bhakta.
Yes, Mataji, you're right. Mokshakami means getting out of the cycle of
Remove from birth
and
and
death.
death.
Yeah, coming out of the cycle of birth and death.
Yeah.
These are having all the mixed intentions. These are also called Sakama Bhaktas. In that, the Sukrutas, who is the best? In the four categories.
Jnani.
In the four categories, Jnani is the best. But in all the six categories, who is the best? Kevala Bhakta is the best. He's the pure devotee, Pradhana Bhuti Bhakta. Okay. And now we have completed this. And in the next, in the 29th and 30th, Krishna gives some of the words. What is Adi Bhuta, Adi Devi, and Adi Yajna? Okay. Adi Bhuta means the governing principles of the material manifestation. Why he is giving this? Because who is going to take the shelter and who is not going to take the shelter? You know, four divisions. After four divisions also, you are going to add Mokshikami and Kevala Bhakta in Sukrutas. So now these people are there who are not going to. If there are if some people are there, no, who are not coming to Krishna conscious, they are going for the indirect worship of demigods or the devatas. So what will be their result? They'll be going to their devata lokas. Means they will be going up till where they can stay. If one person is there, he's very much attached to his father and forefathers. So he'll be doing only about the forefathers. So he may reach up to Pitruloka. After that, he can't reach. But a devotee, he can go up to Vaikunthas, and also he can be the personal associate of Lord Krishna. He can reach to the Goloka Vrindavan, which the chart I have explained, no? How different levels.
Hare
So
Krishna
at
Mataji.
that, yeah.
He is supposed
Yes,
to be
Prabhu.
remember during death, so accordingly he will go, no, Mataji.
Huh?
During death, whatever we remember, that will be the next about. So how will you
Yeah.
remember, Mataji?
Yeah, how you will be remembering how you are doing. You are doing chanting for 16 rounds? You're
Yes,
doing no,
Mataji.
Prabhu. You're
16
doing
years.
it. You do whatever the thing you are going to do, just remember Krishna. Krishna
That
never
will
told to do anything. He told just remember me. How you can remember Krishna? As Krishna has given all the instructions in Bhagavad Gita, how we have to eat, how we have to sleep, how we have to do the things. He has given all the manual, no, how to lead our life. So if you are going to follow that manual, you are going to reach Krishna. And also you need to have the mercy of the devotees, a mercy of the pure devotees, so that you can reach Krishna immediately within this life.
So automatically
To
Krishna
have a goal to reach Krishna in this life only, you have to follow all
and
the rules and
Krishna,
regulations.
Mataji, Krishna make you remember during death. That is for sure.
Yes, Prabhu, I'll speak about this in the next chapter. I'll confirm all your doubts there. Okay.
Yes,
By
Mataji.
thinking of Krishna, by speaking, if you have seen somebody, you can speak about Krishna. You can tell to them. You can ask them to come to Bhagavad Gita classes, so they can be having purification because of you. So you
Maybe
can also
Mataji.
become the sadhana for that, and becoming an
Mat-
instrument in the hands of Krishna. So these
yeah,
are all the
Mataji.
things.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because the slok saying Antakala Mamecha. Antakala, what you think that you will goes to, no? So that is your all devotional service at that time it will count.
Prabhu, if you do it as a niche karma, daily you're doing, so you can't forget at the time of death, no? You'll do it like that only. So you'll remember Krishna. Have faith in gurus and parampara.
Yes, Mataji, that is my concern.
Here Brahma is here Arjuna is asking different questions. What are the here Krishna is saying in the last sloka about Adi Bhuta, Adi Deva, and Adi. See, the devotee at the time of death, the devotee is the devotees who are in Krishna consciousness. They will be having that, because when a devotee of Krishna is there, he will be completely listening Bhagavad Gita. He'll be doing his sadhana. What is the sadhana? 16 rounds of chanting. If he may be in the starting stage, he may be taking the baby steps, but at that time, that baby steps only will be more and more. So at that time, when you are going to be leading, so if we are having full conscious of Krishna, we are going to reach the abode of Krishna. So different. Who is the Supreme Lord? What is this Adi Bhuta, Adi Deva, Adi Yajna? Everything are there. By the grace of God, worshippers of Archana are there, those who meditate. Some people will be meditating on the Lord only for simply liberation only. They don't need any type of bondage. The four kinds of impure devotees, the demigod worshippers, the less intelligent, the persons who know only up till Brahman relation, they cannot reach Lord Krishna. But Krishna gives us, if one is going to surrender to Krishna, he takes all the quality, he takes all the responsibility that he will come to his level. सर्वधर्मान् परित्याज्य मामेकं शरणं भज अहं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. He will give liberation. Krishna will be very eager to give liberation to each and everyone, but he doesn't like to give any of us the position of a devotee, because Krishna will sell everything for the devotee. So we must be every time hankering to be the devotee of the Lord, because God will sell everything to the devotee. Such a pure devotee. A devotee will be selling everything what he is having for the God, for the sake of God. See, if you can see, once what happened, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was roaming South India. At that time, he had seen one Brahmana. That Brahmana was an illiterate. He doesn't know how to read Bhagavad Gita or something. But his guru's instructions was to read Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't know the word to word, or he doesn't know the language to read the Bhagavad Gita, but simply it was an instruction. He was carrying that Bhagavad Gita. He was sitting in one corner and he was flowing, his eyes were tearing. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to him and he asked, why are you why your eyes are in tears? What happened? Any problem? Can I solve? At that time, that Brahmana told, see, such a Lord, such a merciful Lord. See, he has taken the form of a chariot for his devotee. So, by seeing the scenario, how this, because to become a chariot of a devotee or a chariot driver, it is not that very easy. Because the person who is ending inside the chariot or sitting, he will be kicking. He will be kicking the chariot if he wants to take the right turn, or if he wants to, because at the time of battling they won't be having being there, they can't use their mouth, because they will be fighting with asras. Asras means you have to do some hymns to raise that astra. So at that time their mouth and their concentration will be. So if they want the chariot to be on right or left, they will be kicking with their legs and giving the indication to the chariot driver. So at that time, the Brahmana was saying, such a great personality, he became a chariot driver because for this devotee, how merciful the Lord is. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you know any sloka? I don't know. I am unable to read anything. It's only my instructions of Guru. I need to follow. So when I will catch and when I will say something, all of my Brahmana devotees, he'll be laughing at me and they'll be pleasing. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that there is nothing in Bhagavad Gita, but you know everything which is there in Bhagavad Gita. Just he blessed him. The Brahmana, from that time, he was saying all the slokas very perfectly. That is the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahat Seva. He didn't did any seva to Chaitanya, but his internally what it is his intent. The intent in explaining to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that intent was shown to, no, that intent received from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he got blessed. And he became one of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Sankirtana Yajna mission also. So like this, there are many examples. It's not that the paraphernalia what we are using or paraphernalia what we are going to give to Krishna. It's only what the intent. Today I want to chant this many rounds. So kindly help me so that I can complete this. So your intense and your prayerful mind, because the prayers are very necessary because you get most of the receiving. You have to start your day by prayers only. No, the prayers are very important. If we don't know any prayers, we can memorize many prayers which are there. In Mangalacharan, we'll be singing this Samsara Davanam Nila Loka. And lots of prayers are there that are written by lot of Vaishnavas. Because why I'm saying this Vaishnava prayer, they are very deeply connected to the Lord. So their prayers are also very deep. So when you are going to recite that prayers, the mood of that Acharya will be flowing to you. So you can also
Which all
release
prayers,
that.
Mataji? Hare Krishna Mataji. Which all prayers do we during the
Yeah, you'll be doing the
morning?
Mangalacharya prayers, no? Samsara Davanam Lita Lohaka, Narsimha prayers, Guru Mantra,
Narasimha is
Guru
doing.
Puja. Yeah?
Narasimha is doing. Narasimha prayer Arati I'm doing, but other one I don't know, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, Murli Prabhu will pass on the sheet for you. I'll ask him to pass on the sheet. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
You can do that also.
Uh,
So differently you can serve the Lord with your kirtans, with your chanting. Because when you are chanting, the Lord will come to you. Because when you are doing for repeatedly, your concentration will increase and all your mind will be very actively when you are doing chanting in the morning. So now I will end this Bhagavad Gita section. Any doubts or anything regarding the 7th chapter? Or shall I give you a recap again? Or any one of you can give the recap. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, all the devotees, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis.
Mataji, this is stop burn. Stop burn. I didn't get it, Mataji.
Yeah,
Stop burn meaning malum hai.
I'll end my Bhagavad Gita section today. Okay, this is the ending of the 7th chapter.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu, can you review?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Today we seen about the appearing of Advaita Acharya,
Yes,
and
Prabhu.
he was before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his time,
Yeah.
and The Sharta ceremony, about that Kaya Sharta ceremony, that story also good,
Okay.
about the singing. And
Okay, Prabhu, why I have said this? It is Advaita Acharya, yes, appearance and disappearance, no? Because these people are the Vaishnava Acharyas. On their appearance day and in disappearance day, from where, whichever the loka they are, they'll be normally in Vaikuntha lokas or in the Goloka. From there, no, on the appearance and disappearance day, they will just watch us from there. And
yeah,
whoever is speaking, whoever is glorifying Advaita Acharya, because today is Advaita Acharya's day, this appearance day, so he will be giving us the mercy. That mercy we can go little bit forward to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is none other than Lord Krishna. So in this way, when you are glorifying the Vaishnava Acharyas, the mercy flows from them. Yeah, and this is one of the reasons. And he is the foremost Vaishnava from our parampara.
yes, Maharaj. And one more thing you told that whenever Kirtana happened, the Hanuman will present in there, and that also
Yeah.
good. And regarding this Mokshakami, that day I didn't hear that one, not Mokshakami. Today that is additionally, and the three modes
Yeah.
of nature, and Kevala Bhaktas, two types, that Pradhana Bhakti, Buddha Bhakti, and Guna Buddha Bhaktas. And the last three things you told, Mataji, Adi Buddha, Adi Deva, and Adi. Yeah. And about that clarity, I don't know. Adi
Yeah.
Buddha, Adi.
About that, I'll give you in the next class. I'll give
Okay.
you in the next class comfortably,
Okay.
because these are only the terms which Krishna has introduced today in that last sloka. Adibhuta,
Okay.
Adideva, Aiva.
Okay. Thank you for the.
One is the governing principle, one is he is the controller of the demigods, one is he is in all the other. He's present in all of us. Adi Yajna.
Yes.
Whatever the things you are going to do, whatever the sacrifices you are going to do, everything is for Lord Krishna. Adi Bhuta, Adi Deva, and Adi Yajna. You have not written that Adi Yajna, I think so. Thank you, Prabhu. Hari
Thank
Bol.
you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, today we are so merciful by listening the story of Advaita Acharya glorification. We noted Advaita Acharya father Kubera Pandita and mother Nabi Devi, and Advaita Acharya is worshipped Narayana Sila with Tulasi Manjari, and
Sorry,
Advaita
Prabhu.
Tulasi Manjari.
Just a moment, Prabhu. Just
Yes.
a moment. It is Narsimha Shila.
Narsimha Sila, Narsimha Dev Sila.
Narsimha Shila, or you can also write as Shaligrama.
Saligram. And Advaita Acharya wife Sita Thakurani, and you told Maha Prakash Leela about 22 hours. Then Amoga story also very nice, Mataji. And Vaishnava Aparada, how we can remove Vaishnava Aparada by giving the forgiveness and by taking the dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnava.
Not by taking forgiveness, Prabhu, by begging forgiveness.
By begging forgiveness.
Begging
That
forgiveness
will be
and taking
11th chapter. No? That will
Yes,
be
Prabhu.
11th chapter, no? Vishwarupa, yeah, you told Vishwarupa.
Vishwarupa, it comes in 11th chapter.
Okay, okay, Maharaj. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, any doubts in this chapter? Sunita Mataji,
Hare Krishna Mataji. No doubts,
any?
Mataji.
No doubts.
All glories to Advaita Acharya today as the appearance day. And
The mercy will flow to you, Mataji,
thank you, Mataji.
so that everybody ED will take one more baby step ahead. Every
Yes,
one
ma'am.
of us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hari Bol. Murli Prabhu, can we wind up the section by saying Vaishnava Pranam?
Okay, Mataji. Vancha kalpatarupyasha
Vanchakalpatarupyascha
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
namo
namaha.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita Granth Raj ki jai. Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. All
Jai.
glories to Advaita Acharya.
हरे
Hare Hare.
Hari Hari Bol.
हरे 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 कृष्ण माता
Thank
जी
you for joining in Bhagavad Gita section. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Hare
We are
Krishna
ending
Mataji.
today chanting today's session.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.